Hi guys, this is CJ from AgentSmartly, where we cover the 144 key concept for California real estate salesperson exam. Today, we're breaking down the Gross Rent Multiplier. Link in the description below. Let's get into it. So first, we go to our key concept tab, as you can see right here, and scroll down a little bit under the property evaluation here, right here, the Gross Rent multiplier. So I know a lot of students very confusing with what is the synonym is GRM. You probably will see in your exam, right? So simply put this way, it's a quick price tag check. Is how many years the rent could buy this price. So for give you guys a very simple example, right? If the monthly rent is $1,000 and this property's price is let's say 100K, right? 100K, which simply means you need a 100 month. It's roughly about roughly about 8 or 9 years. So it take you 8 or 9 years, roughly 9 years, to purchase this 100,000 property. So that's basically what the gross rent multiplier is, right? So gross rent is the purchase price divided by gross annual rent before the expense, right? So before the expense. For the key points formula, simply put this way, the purchase price divided by gross annual rent income equal GRM. Once again, and do not subtract tax, insurance, repairs, utilities, and etc. etc. So this GRM, it's just roughly give you a quick calculation. It's not very accurate, so you do not subtract any maintenance before that. Okay, so technical distinction: GRM, it's a multiplier, use gross income, while cap rate is return percentage, use the net income. So for the memory trick, GRM means gross rent measures how many rent years buy this property. Once again, it calculates based on the monthly rent, how long, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, you could buy this. Once again, do not subtract all the expense, right? Here is the real world example. Maya in Fresno looks a 180K rental brings 50K per year. So we use this price, right? 180K divided by the annual, which is 50K, equal 12, which means you need 12 years of the rent to purchase this price, right? So it's not bad. And do not confuse with GRM with the cap rate. And the GR rate use the gross rent and gives the multiplier once again, which is the year. You can think like the multiplier is how many years the rent you could purchase the property itself. And cap rate use the net income, give you a percentage. So it's not the number, it's a percentage. For the exam tip, usually the right answer will say, hey, let's subtract the operating expense before dividing, right? So that's round. And circle the gross rent when you see gross rent or before expense, because that's the point for GRM. So yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward, right? So do not confuse with the cap. Cap usually give your so now let's summarize what we have learned with this. I also made a key points right here. I also made this infographic right here. Hopefully, let me zoom in a little bit bigger. You can see here. So once again, gross rent income multiplier, which is a number, not a percentage, right? The value the price by the rental income. You can see right here, a multiplier, right? So the key rules, use the gross income divided by the multiplier, means you can see the roughly the value, right? And exam trap, they will say, hey, use the net income, which is you need to subtract the maintenance, right? You don't need to. And the multiplier usually give you a rate, which means a percentage, which is not. For the memory trick, multiply the rent reveal the value. So that's pretty much about that. And once again, if you guys study for your salesperson exam, you might check out our website, AgentSmartly.com, because you already see we cover all those 144 key concepts for your salesperson exam. And also we use the very simple study method strategy. First, you review the key concept right here. Then you could practice this topic, right? You could see right here. And last, definitely not the least, you also check your exam readiness score. You can see I'm 100 out of 100, which is pretty ready right here. We calculate your the readiness score based on your overall accuracy, how many crossing you practice, and the topics, and also the concepts. Yeah, that's pretty much about this video. Check the link in the description below. If you guys like the video, make sure to like, thumbs up the video, and subscribe to the channel, because every single week we make the video like this, the key concept for your salesperson exam. And bye for now. Happy studying.